Oh, hello chat. How are we here? Let's go. How are we doing? Hey, yo, Afkara. Starting it off. One in Acrylian. Yeah. Little sus. So late. Almost 3 minutes. Insane. I'm gonna get banned, guys. I forgot. Yeah, I moved rooms because there is no air conditioning where I live, and so the only way for me to cool down without like getting the entire place invaded by bugs is literally to move down a floor. So did I paint the space? I did not. Those were probably bought for $7 at someone's tag sale. Is that enough blinks, Afkara? I don't remember how many you said. 3? Late stream, no cooldown? Yeah, real. Let me... I forgot to set the feedback screen. That's fine. It's fine. Where is it? Here we go. I also have no clipboard, but that's okay. I'll make do. We're starting off with Kinetic. It's an interesting cover. It's kind of like... I don't know why. It's like the blue is just making me think of like old Nickelodeon shows. Man's just insulted our mothers in Morse code. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into the feedback, guys.
I just wanna get it all together. Seems I'll be in this bad weather. Oh my God, can't you tell? I've need all that time. I loosen up this summertime, and maybe this could be a sign that I can make you mine, but I ain't gotta do. I swear I don't know what to do. This shit got me so confused. I'm tired. I swear I don't know what to do. This shit got me so confused. I'm tired. I swear I don't know what to do. This shit got me so confused. I'm One, two, three, are you here with me? You together we can end this tragedy. Gotta find the right word that suits the rhyme. Take your time.
I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream, but I am gonna have to like end the stream a bit earlier than normal. So like I won't be able to go for like 2 hours. I'll probably only be able to go for like an hour and 20 minutes because I'll explain later. But I may skip through some of the tracks if we're close on time.
She got me so confused. I'm tired, not alright. 'Cause I ain't got a clue. I swear I don't know what to do. This shit got me so confused. I'm tired, not alright. I swear I don't know what to do. This shit got me so confused. I'm tired. I swear I don't know what to do. This shit got me so confused. I'm tired. Not alright. I swear I don't know what to do. This shit got me so confused. I'm tired. I've been running all the time, losing all the summertime, and maybe this could be a sign that I can make you mine, but I ain't got no.
Damn, super nice Kinetic. I'm not sure if you're like going more now like to like follow the dubstep stuff, but if so, hell yeah. This is super good. I really like I'm still a big fan of this melodic dubstep style. So I really enjoy this. I would say for me, like feedback wise, the biggest thing is just like it's like the basses you're using. Like the chords are good, but they feel like a bit flat. Like they feel soggy and fine, but just a bit like flat. Like there's not much texture to them, but especially like in the high end, it feels a bit not noisy, but just like I think you could get something that's a little more interesting. And what it'll do is it'll actually, I think, when you add more texture with like, you know, having like grittier basses or like more interesting, like weird textured chords, is it just like, obviously straight up adds the texture, and then it actually contrasts better. So the chords that you already have there stand out more because you have more texture, more contrast. Oh my god, the YouTube emojis are back. We are so back, guys. Other than that, I mean, everything else is really good, so there's not much to say. The only other thing I'd say is like your snare could be cooler. It's fine as is, but it's just very thumpy type of snare. You want to hear from Kokad? Let's go. This is a mood. This is just like no. This is me with producing though. Like where I'm like, I solved the thirst problem, but like, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to get up. You just don't want to get up. You're like, I have to, but like let me change my kick first, or let me fix the bass and then I'll go. And then like 3 hours later, you're like, oh my god, I still need to pee. Yeah. All right. Let's skip to the drop. Oh wait, I saw this on Insta. I want to hear it on headphones though.
Bouncy.
Nori, I think this is the best one you've sent so far. You know, it's been a couple of weeks since obviously your first submissions, but I think this is the coolest Future Bounce submission you've had so far. It's really cool. This might be Future Bounce. I would say really my advice here is going to be kind of specific, but I don't know if you're going to finish the project or whatever, but in future, if you get a bassline that's like this, my real advice is like go into your serums and start using the matrix to like modulate and make the basses more interesting, because the basses are fine, but you can make them better. So use like LFOs that are just going in like straight lines even, and yeah, have it modulate the wavetable position, use the warp modes. You know, if you're using presets, some of that stuff will already be used, but you know, use the noise oscillator to modulate stuff. That's a tip that I really like using, because you end up in a situation where like you create more analog sounding sounds. So your sounds just get more interesting and more textured the more you work with the matrix and have stuff modulating around. Got the wrong link for yeah, I got you. I got you, Mr. Rock. Andrew Tate wins Serum Matrix. Why Andrew Tate specifically? Intellectual density. IDM's great. That's really my advice to you, Nari. I can't brain cell. Gabe Itch. I don't get the reference here. This is sad. I want to get the reference, but I don't get it. I see power lines in the back though. Power lines are cool. All right. Backpack reveal. This is a Sanctuary exclusive. Okay, the idea is really solid. What I would say, it is a little bit generic, but that's okay. Like I've heard all of these sounds kind of before, but you kind of need the basses that Nari was using last in this track. You need the JS growl basses in here, layered with what you have going on. I think it will help a lot to get some more of that like power and bounce into it. I don't know what to do in the intro. It sounds so boring. Well, one, add reverb to that piano and make it like space. Like, if it's okay to keep stuff minimal, I mean, obviously, but like, if you're gonna keep stuff minimal, just make sure that the sounds you're using are actually taking advantage of the space. So here you have this like Reese, that's fine. You know, these little ARPy things, but like, you know, add like little delays, use Crystallizer if you have it. There's a plugin called Fin Micro that's free. Download that. The first preset is called Infinity, and it's very interesting because it adds like these weird like delays, and it also does like a weird phasery, not even phaser thing, but like resonance filter thing, and it can make your sounds sound very interesting and like more spacey. It's very good for a lot of color-based sounds, especially for ARPs and stuff. It's a very good thing to add. And yeah, just like make the piano more loud and more spaced out as well, because I can hear it, but it's very in the background. You could also try adding like two separate, like maybe not two pianos, but like adding just like harmonies that are like right and left of the pianos. Like one piano is playing on the right and then the other one's on the left, and it'll sound cool. You know, has up its bro, what? Peter, what are you saying? Kyoko, do you use delay plugin? I don't use delay. I just use like Fruity Delay 3 because I am cringe. But that's okay. Nice. Dubstep made with Ableton, built in Chicken Nugget. Valid.
You think this is fucking fun?
Oh, Daria Core, let's go. This is gonna be fire, guys.
Put it Blackheart if you want me to die.
is this snare thing that's going this dunk dunk? It's so sick.
Hello guys, welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. Today we are going to be mining.
Yeah, pretty valid Daria Core outro. Video meme. I mean, I don't even know that there's feedback to say on this, other than like, you could have made the snares like top end more. I could have used more distortion. Actually, like genuine feedback though, you could have used more like vocal like references. Like in Darker, you can really get away with doing like a lot of like really silly things, but they end up becoming like actually part of the vibe. Like for me, I like Daria Core that has like a lot of like memes and like, oh hell no, like type of stuff going through it. I would have used more distortion. Yeah, exactly. You needed more. Let me also add these to the queue. And then I'll put this like somewhere in there. Never let me go. Guys, we're not going to hear the Spice vocal. We're not going to hear it. It's not going to be there. Guys, it's not going to be the Spice vocal. That's not. Okay. It's an okay transition. Okay. As far as feedback goes, it's kind of for me it's really like the state of the basses that like just need to be like brought out more. I think your lead is fine as is. Sound design wise, the lead's fine. The chords are a bit too simple and like sawy. I think you could get some different presets in there to do something a bit more interesting. You don't necessarily have to get rid of the saws you have, but layer them with what you got. Where me? You're towards the end. I'm in your house right now. Hey, welcome to Alvin House. That sounds like a genre. The thing with the lead that bothers me is really just the melody. Like, it just needs more movement. So do more pitch slides. I don't even think you do a single one. Yeah, there's really no sliding going on. So just make sure your portamento and your legato is on. And then I'd say for future bounce, anywhere between 40 and 90 milliseconds is like good. 90 is like starting to get pretty slow, like glide times. But frequency shift slide. Why would you call it that, Discontent? Why would you call it that? I don't know why I sound so disappointed. I just want to know. That's kind of it. The other thing is like the builds. Something about it is like not getting me. I think try and do something other than just putting the lead in the build and seeing if you can like have some extra like effects and stuff going in there. Like take some more of the break elements and like keep them in the build so that there's actually like a bit more connection and like stuff going on in there. That made me feel horrible about myself. I'm sorry, Discontent. You shouldn't do that. You should neither feel bad about yourself nor should you say frequency shift slide. Disrespectful? We're gangster on this stream today. I hope that's helpful. Mr. Tincho. Sunshine ETK. This sounds cool. Pressed for time, so I can't listen to the whole thing, but it sounds like it's mostly the same as the first part. So really the thing I noticed that stuck out to me is like you have these extra like drums going on, and I like the idea of the drums, but the rhythms of them don't really make any sense with the main melody and bass and stuff. I think there's also some of the like melody and bass rhythms and like phrases that are a bit weird, but it is kind of tough to make new stuff with this, so I get it. Yeah, really, I think if you find better rhythms and like better phrasing for those like extra drums, they could actually be really cool because they do add like extra texture and stuff so that it's not just, you know, the same the whole time. But yeah, so it's mostly the way they're phrased. Other than that, everything else is very like classical, but I like that it's well executed. All right, on to the next one. V2 No Master State of Mind by the exquisite Evan. I'm sorry, Evan Scott. Let's go.
Saturday mornings are not the same. Something about it feels so strange. I just hear the sound of pouring rain. I miss the days when you kissed me on my chin and told me how nice your day has been. But now I feel lonely deep within, so I begin to write it all down, making songs all about it, trying to cope with the pain. Since the moment you left, I feel nothing but sad. But I'm hoping that you don't feel the same. 'Cause I wish you well, you don't deserve hell. 'Cause you're the reason I know, the reason I feel love, and that's enough. But I keep missing you by my side in this state of mind. I keep on staring at the walls, 'cause all of these photos at the hall reminding me of the fun we had. No, I won't forget. 'Cause I keep writing it down, making songs all about it, trying to cope with the pain. Since the moment you
Evan's got piano sexy time.
Cause I wish you well, you don't deserve hell. 'Cause you're the reason I know, the reason I feel love, and that's enough. But I keep missing you by my side in this state of mind. Missing you by my side in this state of mind, in this state of mind, in this state of mind. But I keep missing you by my side in this state of mind.
This is really sick. Yeah, they're super consistent. It's actually insane how consistently you like pump out like good quality. My main feedback really is like piano is good, and I've heard it on a couple of your tracks now where you do like a full piano section, and I like it. But I think I would like to see you experiment with like trying to upgrade the piano section with some like more colorful sound design. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just like in the background, like having some of the notes also harmonize with like little like sharks type of plucks could be really cool. You know, or even just having like little like colorful water sparkly things running in the background. Because you've kind of got like the noise thing down, but a little bit something like filling the space but in a more melodic way too might be cool.
Cause I wish
The fact that you can hear all the keys and stuff. Track sounds almost similar to social track he released on Sanctuary. Yeah, I think it is quite similar. Also like the way you do the wow, that's a really cool one. Strings, true strings. Good point. You make a good point, Discontent. Strings would be very fire. Other than that, I think maybe the kick is okay, but it's possible you could find a better kick. Other than that,
nicer
the
day has been.
the vocal could be brighter and a little more open, but I know you're pretty capable of doing that. Guys. Oh man, yo, I'm grabbing that right now. Thank you very much. Stealing this. Perfect. Wonderful. Thank you very much. The memes are fire. Absolutely flames. That's a song you made over a year ago. I'm curious how different the quality is going to be. Okay, discontent. What do you want me to do? Save an HTML file? What do you want me to save the WebP? You literally can only save that on Windows, on SoundCloud. You can't save it. That's why you have to go into the actual like file where it is. Did you really give it your all? Yeah. Oh, the delay, bro. Does it need limit? Nah. Bad reputation. My brain is thinking of feedback, calculating it right now. It's happening. Okay, so what I would like to see, like, if you revisit this track, is like take, like, do the A part, like, and then here completely replace this area, like this next section, with something like very different from this, or like at least do like some cool stabs to like really tie it in, because it's like do like you could probably replace that with any other type of like sound or growl or like chord stab sound effect, vocoded vocal, whatever, and the phrase will probably work just as well, but it'll sound infinitely more interesting, and you'll break up the sound. B part color bounce would be cool. Exactly. A hunch this might be future bounce. I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone's like future bouncing in this chat, and I don't understand. Like, what's a future bounce? The drop seems louder than the rest of the song. I may be wrong. Yeah, that's a good point. It's an interesting observation. Well, I have to do some research studies on the matter. See what's going on there. All right. That's really my feedback for you, Dozen. He's also a year old, so he's kind of tough. Now it's time for you guys to give me feedback. Let me see. We gotta find one of the community memes to put in here. Wait. My brain is looking. Never mind. I'll do it later. Holy crap, how the turntables? Exactly. It's mostly like copied over, so there's like a lot of it that's not done, but I need to do it before midnight tonight, which is why I'm not going to be streaming as long today, because it needs to be done. Or else I won't be entered. That would be bad. That's kind of, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna remix for a remix competition, it's kind of tough. Kokon feedback, Kokon, exactly. I'm feedbacking myself from 30 minutes ago. Let's go.
Dressing up, good feeling tonight. Showing up, I'm about to ignite. This kind of feeling makes me lose my mind. Let it loose and leave my fears behind. Feel the beat, pumping through my bones. Feel the heat, and I'm about to explode. You got confidence. Let's be there is only one. It's me, baby, my country, I'm a
It's all fun. Actually, like this part isn't like the breaks. I haven't finished at all because I was just focused on the drops, like this afternoon. But with the second drop, I think I did a change here, and I want to see what y'all think because that was the original one I had, but I ended up extending like the vocal chops and stuff, and I think it sounds much better. That's that. Reverb swells into snares is a great idea. Oh, this is sick. Oh, thank you. Good second drop. Yeah, I am quite a big fan of this this second part to it. I'm gonna keep the first part because like now I did it and it's like done, and I don't want to make a new first drop idea or whatever. Kyokon new spawn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I moved into a different room. What do you know? Dude, I can't wait to stream from the Nether though. That'll be pretty cool. Where pizza? No pizza this time. Very tragic. There's boats in there are boats in the back, yes. Look. I don't know how many there are. You guys can count. That'll be part of the Kyokon lore. Is like Kyokon and his 12 boats hanging out on stream. As far as feedback goes for this, like obviously I need to finish the breaks. The builds also need to be done because I literally have like 7 sounds in there, maybe. That includes all my impacts. The mix on this is okay. I can't tell if it's just like SoundCloud, but like the lead's top end feels a bit weird. 13? How? Bruh. I almost believe you. I almost believe you actually counted that. What do you listen for when hearing if the mix is good? So really, if I was gonna go like full like listening to the mix, this is a good example actually, because like normally it's I don't do this as much. Where are my? There we go. Mixing references. So usually when I'm figuring out if my mix is like good or not good, I go into this playlist. You guys should make a playlist of like mixing references of stuff that's really good, that's like really well mixed. Not just tracks that you like. I mean, that's good as well, but like tracks that actually have like a seriously good mix. Obviously you need to find stuff that's like going to be similar to the track you're making, but that's like kind of the idea of like, yeah, bro's giving me to stuff. I have to. I need to finish this by the end of today. Let's see, what's like a good one in here? I mean, we can do obviously something like this, but it's not really fitting, right? Like here, for example, like it's just like a huge sub bass, like it's a completely different style. Something like this is more similar. So really, like from that, less bass, more highs, exactly. Man uses his own track as mixing reference based. What? Where do you see my track in here? Destroy Me and To You are best bad computers for sure. They're such good tracks. They're actually insane. I'm trying to think what in here is like a really good reference. This is also good. This is not the perfect example of like a mixing reference, because part of the reason why this track is so well mixed is that it's really clean. Like the sound design is just super crisp, because most of the movement is happening in the sub bass, like the 808 sub bass thing, and then it's just like the glue glue doo doo thing. Sanctuary, is it too late to submit? Probably. I do need to leave in like 45 minutes, so we'll see. Send it in, but it's crazy as fuck. Okay, this is like gonna be a hot take, maybe. Actually, no, this is not a hot take. This is just like my take. But like, I think Illumi is kind of remains a bit overrated. Like, Illumi has like OG stonks. Like, it used to be insanely good, but it just doesn't have the same like reach as it does, and it's the selection of tracks is like really underwhelming. Yeah. Have you seen the artwork? Have you seen our artwork? We will agree to disagree, Vitae.
I don't want you to break and fall, or to break at all. I gotta say, to every mountain that comes your way, I'm the one to take.
So sick.
I don't want you to break every.
So sick. Okay, feedback wise, I will say like I really love the like drop gun, you know, like old school like hexagon type of sound, but that's really what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like old drop gun. But I think in some sections you could switch up to do some like some different sounds as well in here, and I think it'll make the turnarounds a bit more satisfying, because there are some areas in the melody where it just feels really like a bit jumbled. So it would help you keep the phrasing like simple and really satisfying. Just missing something to make it professional, ear candy, polishing and such. Yeah, exactly. I think if you just literally just saw stabs, like in some sections, just Ba, 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 ba. Like after it's like and then just like, you know, use that as the turnaround to then go back. Because that type of stuff is like, in my opinion, it's the way you like add small, like keep the main fundamental theme, but keep adding like new extra layers on top of what's already going on to like make it more interesting. That's kind of what, in my opinion, separates like really professional tracks from like good but not quite like super awesome. Sauce has to be like BABA. Baba. Fat idea. Mohawk stab action? Exactly. Mohawk stabs would go hard on this. Mohawk stabs would go hard. Other than that, the transition here, it's okay, but like I think it sounds like raise all like the tiny little elements and maybe put the clock already before here. Like just have the clock like going after the thing, and then like in a sense you're letting the clock carry you into the next section rather than there just being like this gap. Also the high end, actually it's fine. No problems there. Monster Cat demo. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna be very straight with you then. If you're aiming high, my feedback will be high.
Time flies by when you're in the dark. Do you really wanna fall apart? I feel like I'm falling in reverse. You said you never try
Too long.
to leave my side,
With this vocal, it can be this long.
but all you ever told was lies. I can face the demons on my own. I'm made of stars.
If you're gonna do a section like this, you need to actually have like turnarounds and fills that like small details, even not even small details, like actually figure out the phrasing so it's not just this section happens and then the next section happens like Legos. Yeah, and like, you know what I mean? It's not just like blocks of different sections. Like it actually needs to be woven together.
Dust, I'm blowing away. Who knew you would steal my faith? I'm made of stardust, I'm blowing away. Who knew you would steal my faith?
A little bit of high end on the drop could be good. And like some growls or stabs or something, because like maybe like 4 years ago this would have been enough already and it would have been enough, but like I don't know, this like just marshmallowy super clean sound, I don't know if you're gonna be able to pull it off. Missing harmony, yeah. Coordinated, also kind of yup. A growl that sounds like a wow. Yes, the wow wow. Wow wow growls are cool. Other than that, what I was saying before about this,
Do you really want
if you're gonna have it be this simple, like the intro, you know what I mean? It has like a certain bandwidth of how long I stay interested. By the time I got to here, I was bored, and part of that is like I've heard this vocal a bunch of times before, so that doesn't help. Like you need a really, really strong vocal to carry out a more minimalistic section, because the vocal needs to do the heavy lifting of like keeping you invested and like emotional. But if you are going to use this vocal, tighten that section or add more stuff to it. So you can either make it deeper and more interesting, or you can just make it shorter and then move on to the next section faster. Kinda older future house. Why are you guys sending me old stuff? Oh, old like style wise. I thought you meant like you made this 7 months ago. Rhythm pluck, yep. Let's set. I really like that. I really like that. K-Max, you can send it, but I won't be able to take a look at it. I don't think I'm gonna take any more stuff in the queue. 'Cause I gotta leave soonish. Or it's too loud, bass so filtered. Yeah. Really that's all true, but I can tell that this is just kind of like not been fully produced yet. So what I really want to go in on is like the melody, because the melody is kind of the big weak point for me. The sound design is really good for everything. I really like it. But the melody just kind of feels a bit stagnant. Like ding ding, ding. Like I think you could just like make the pattern so that it's weaving more in between the chords, like the chords and bass, rhythmically, and make sure it's like sliding. Ignore my singing, but I would say mess around with the melody until you find something that's a little more satisfying and like emotional. We're jump, start from higher and go down. Ding ding feedback, finish it, check out the melody a little more. Also you could add some, like, if you want to go for the old school stuff, add some of like the really classic samples, like the ha-na-na-na sample that everyone used to use. Actually, people still use that sample. Very old school. I don't know, bonk once again. Hog. We're getting all the bonk today. What is this cover? I don't even know what I'm looking at. It looks like a glass jellyfish. But trippy.
Summer night, let me be lost in sounds. You're all I dream, all I want, an empty house and I'm alone on my own. Give me back my burning feelings. Hey, let me love you like I do. When the music takes me higher,
I would say the big thing for me is just like the mix is very weird on the drop. The vocal sounds like it has more high end than your leads, which is weird because your leads probably, if you solo them, probably have more high end. It's probably more like sharp high end, but like more high end than your vocals. I think the real problem is in the bass. The bass sounds really boomy and muddy, and so you just have this constant like stuff going on at like 200 and 150 and 300 that's just really, I think, eating away at the whole mix. I'd say really scale a lot of that back and see how it sounds. Cause I think once you remove that, the lead will feel like it's alive again. And I think the basses will sound better as well. Yeah, it's kind of a very much a thing. Yeah, different drums would be good. I mean, with drums, I'm less particular about them being generic. But I understand where VT is coming from. Because drums are just like, you know, they work. There's only so many drums that work. And work as well as these do. Like, the reason why these are so generic is because they work pretty well. I think as well, maybe the lead sound could be a little less, like, sharp or sawy. Yeah, what's going on, Peter? You're saying some cracked out shit. How many songs are in the queue? Another 3. 3 entirety. Actually, no, there's 5. We'll do those, and then I will end stream after these because I gotta finish that remix. Keen, guys, and kids. I haven't seen kids in a while. Let me guess, this is gonna be Bonk then, or is it gonna be something different? Done. It's so like completed. There's nothing to feedback. Even the transitions are done. I can't even use that like Like, oh, make your transitions better. Listen to the sub part in the drop, please. You mean this one? The
Your love gon' drive me crazy. Drive me crazy.
the sub movement is great as well. Turn. I don't know why you're adding me for it though, but okay. Turn on the ARP in the drop. It's just a little. I don't even mind it that much. Like, I can hear the melody just fine. Well, yeah, I have no feedback because I don't think it's I'm pretty like I'd be satisfied at that level. That makes sense. Sub is fire. Good job, guys. You beat me. You beat this level. Triangle Ounce may not release this as its own. What? I don't know what that means, but okay. Future Room. Let's see what we got. Bro, Vijay, there is a hi-hat. It's so quiet though. This is good. I just like my real things like one, the drums are really boring. Like they're just I don't know. The clap especially just is like it's there, but it's not really contributing much in my opinion, other than like filling the space of the downbeat. So I think you could definitely find something cooler and more emotional for that. This like when you know like little 8-bit. It's just like it's just kind of there, but I think you could find something like a more interesting pattern for it, because as it is right now, it's kind of just like it's there and it just like appears and doesn't really feel like it's interacting with everything. Needs more feature bounds. Needs more groove, maybe. Yeah, that I agree with. Like, there's a hi-hat in there, but it's getting overshadowed by the immense highs of the lead. yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. Drums, try and look for something cooler, maybe. The ARP thing. The secondary lead is cool though. Ding, ding, ding. That part's really cool. I like that. Very messy, poorly executed, and badly mixed. Okay, this ought to be interesting then. Sick. God damn. That's so cool. That's so cool. Really, it's just like finding a few phrases that like really are super satisfying. Like pick out the best, like whatever it is, 3 or 4 phrases out of all the ideas you have. Put those together and then figure out how to combine them with like little turnarounds and tiny fills, because it's better to have something that's repeating and then you do like cool fills in between and like have interesting like extra elements than have like, you know, like 10 different variations of the same phrase like strung next to each other. It's fine while you're obviously like making it, but yeah, I found that as I continue to produce more and more, I continue to like simplify the main important elements, and like I find whatever is like the best version of the main element I'm trying to do, and I just do that the whole time and then fill out more of the surrounding space. And the sub bass. Why are you guys trolling so hard today? Need more auto-tune for Kyokan? Yeah. Also, this piece, this just repeat that a couple of times, because like you can really like let the listener get into a flow and just like enjoy the sheer amount of bass going on. Also, this build, what's going on here? In fact, I think you can literally just like, this part is cool, but the bass notes have to change. Like the notes for this should really change because it's not fire compared to this is so cool though. Oh man, so cool. More future bounce. Shit, we haven't earned any future bounce today, guys. I'm excited. We're filling our quota. New intro is thrown together in like 10 minutes because I needed something. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Buffering. No buffering. Stop buffering. Ribcage. Oh, waveform. Okay. Try to do some different sounds for the lead this time. Not too happy with the chord progression, but I think it's okay. Feedback, please. Okay, cool idea. Imagine somebody bitch about the Sanctuary stream SMH. Yeah, sub bass is cool. Let me listen to it again. The third and fourth chords really should change because they're kind of weird. The first two are okay. Also, the melody is just not it. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, Garbanzo is very, very new to producing, so it's sort of to be expected. I think overall, I would say Garbanzo, the thing to take away from this is like the structuring of how you're doing your melodies is like already getting there. It's like this. It's like the way you're finishing the melody so far. That's kind of underwhelming, but like, like that's fine. Like that's a perfectly solid like melody. A little bit too complicated. Stereo in the sub all the way and make the lead mono. Something about this, I would say cut the hi-hats if you're gonna do this, because it sounds weird having the hi-hats come in without like the kick and the clap. The sounds are also good. Yeah, I think really just work on the melody and stuff. And also add a sub. Yes. I mean, there is some sub, but it needs a dedicated sub for sure. Alright. Vite closing out the feedback stream. Let's go.
You had my heart from the very start, and when you left, it fell apart. I don't wanna say goodbye. All I wanna do is try to figure out a way to keep you living in my life. I don't wanna say it's over. I don't even know how to breathe without you, and I don't think I'm ready to just walk away from everything. I don't think we could try to figure out a way to keep you living in my life. I don't wanna say it's over. I don't even know.
I would say really it's just the bass feels like it's a little too thick in the low end. Like, if that makes sense, like it's just very low midi. The sound design really makes it work pretty well, but I think you could scale it back a little bit of the low mids. The chords sound future bouncy. The lead is a bass. No, and a what? Oh, I see. What? I think we are all confused, Vitae, about what you mean. I thought you meant like it's like up 7 semitones in like the Serum preset, but Bargo Garbanzo says, "Wow, we are confusion." Yep, we are indeed confusion. I am too tired to comprehend. It's like that that JSCar track, the one he was always promoting. Okay, I'm way too tired to comprehend what y'all are saying in chat. Overall, like, the ID's really good. I would say, like, for references, do you just like repeats in your track? Let me see if I can find it. This one. Like, for the mix, you could really use this as like a reference because it's pretty similar. Also, the drums are quite similar. That's probably why I'm thinking about it. I'm high on cocaine. That's so what the fuck? Yeah, this. That no. Then you said reminds me of Bad Computer. Actually, it's true. It does remind me a lot of Bad Computer. Very true. Mix already decent, but I could get it for sure. Yeah. Your mix is solid. The sound design's good. How do people make that? 6 or 7 years behind the computer at least. I don't know how long he's been making music, but I know it's been for a while. Okay, since he was 9. I don't know how long he's been on this earth, but that is an adult, so it's at least 10 years. I'm making it for 2x5. Yeah, it's probably more than that. Yeah, definitely, certainly more than 5, I think. Because like, if you think about it, like people like Raptures have been like what 7 years now, been producing for 7 years, 8 years maybe. So yeah, it's a long game. Also 1 hour 20 minutes. Yeah, just 2 for 5. You got what? What does that mean? Bro, NSJ is coming out with some wild shit. He is cooking. Oh, it's a Toxic Wraith submission. Alright, I'll do these last 2. Because I like these guys. Alright, cool.
Mind blown. Many fears, worries you can let go. Dry your tears, promise I will stay close. Oh, I've been where you are. We all got scars. Oh, when you're lost on a moonless night, I'll be by your side. Be your guiding light. Oh, promise I won't be far behind. I will hold you tight. Let's go to time.
It's very sick. For me personally, I really just don't like the chords of the A part. So there's like the sound is solid, but I just don't like the notes. I don't know why, but I just really don't like them. Project file for that track has disappeared. That sucks. Wow. Make another track wall. Yeah, real. Also, something about the B part, like mix-wise, sounds very weird. Where like the top end of it sounds really mono, but like the mids feel very wide. And I'm not sure why that is, but something about it feels weird. So maybe some of the other elements around that like crunchy lead bass thing, that might be causing. That's my guess. But I would take a look at that. There's hating Kyokon. Stop it. Yeah, I'm a hater. Wow, bass. I don't know. You're too good for me, Toxic Wraith. You're too good to get like crazy feedback. Like I want to give you like some juice feedback, but all the things I'm thinking of, like you can really easily fix. Like a lot of like transitions, or, like the turnarounds, like all the stuff you'll do anyway. The vocal, I feel like you're at the point now where you should really like be like getting like paying for some vocals and stuff. I don't think you need to use like the splice vocals anymore, because it really does like cap the potential of the track, in my opinion. Like I don't know for certain that like you can't be successful with like a splice song, but like I do feel like there's a pretty hard cap. I mean, not a hard cap, but like there's a cap to how far you can get with it, unless you're like already quite a large artist. Wow, Ghosted. Oh my god.
I was giving you one more shot. There was no one mess it up. Every rose and groaning blades were caught it up. I never learned to get your love. I'm being up. I'm holding on to you. Till you let me go for good. I'm waiting on your move, so I can finally know it's true. To set me free from all that age. Your bitter words is all I take. To set me free and break me more than you did before now. Before now. Before now. Before now.
The I don't know, the transients on the kick and the clap feel very sharp. So I don't know if it's like you may have like, if you have top kicks on those, I would try lowering them a bit, because it's particularly just the transients of them that feel very, very sharp. Or maybe 1 second of an MHA ARP after rough draft when true. That was a really good triplet. Yeah, Mickey's really good at like weaving in the triplets into his tracks. Other than that, I feel like there's just like you could have some more like bass in here. I don't know what it is. I'm just not hearing the. I don't know. I'm not feeling the bass at all. It's just kind of like the melody and the chords, and the bass is just not here. The sub could be louder as well. Emotional future bounce is so good for you. Yeah. Your buns are. I'm assuming since you just recently got into producing, you maybe haven't been like following Future Bounce for a while. At some point, you should go back and like look for old Future Bounce tracks, because there's so much out there. Like I'm not a big fan of where Future Bounce is right now, but like There are definitely still some really cool tracks that get made, but a lot of the old Future Mount stuff is really sick. You should definitely take a listen to it at some point. Now I'm hearing the drop. Bass needs to be wider. Yeah. That's what it is. The bass is like super mad. Yeah, this kick and clap are kind of painful. I don't know why. Guys, it's 2023. Why are we still copying our drop and putting it in the break and pretending that it's cool? Guys, you can do better than that. Got the DP lead texture. I will never know. And DP moment. DP. I'm guilty of that one, but I changed the melody. If you change the melody, it's at least different. It's at least like a new kind of thing. But don't just copy the thing and then pretend that it's like, all right, guys, the track is done. Like, I mean, yeah, you can be done finishing it, but like, it's a bit hollow in my opinion. Okay, I need to eat some food and then I need to finish my remix so it can go out tonight. That means that I will be ending the stream now. It was good to hear all of your tracks, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Put cinematic drums in at school. No, it's not. Guys, please keep me updated on song Kogan. Which song? Thanks so much for the video. Yeah, no problem. Sad you can't use it. Yeah. Oh, the remix. Yeah, the remix will go out tonight. I might see about some feedback, but I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stay awake. Like, oh, where this will be a fight for my life. To use the next 5 hours wisely, 4 hours wisely. Alrighty, I'm gonna go. Goodbye, guys.